Welcome back. Today, I'm going to talk about how to start practicing coding. The first question I had when I started preparing for interviews in data science or in quant was how and where should I start? That's a big question everyone has when they want to start something new. And coding is a main part of this interviews, right? So today I'm going to talk about what exactly you need to do and forget about anything else you see online courses, university courses, and do this and you'll be fine. I'm going to assume that you know basic coding. But basic coding, I mean, you've used MATLAB before, you've used Python before for your research or plotting something, or you have a very high level idea of what's going on within these softwares, what they do. I'm not expecting you to know what exactly is an algorithm. I'm not expecting you to know what exactly is a data structure and what we can solve problem optimally. I don't expect you to know what's time complexity and stuff like this. So let's move on. So let's go to a stage one. In a stage one, as I mentioned already, I'm gonna assume you know basic coding. You know what is for loop, you know what is if, you know what is while loop, you know how to break, how to stop a program. But I don't expect you to know algorithms, I don't expect you to know data structures, and I don't expect you to have experience in professional coding. I don't expect you to have developed the software. If you've done that, awesome, good for you, move forward. But if you haven't, no need to panic. I was in the same boat, and we are all good to start. All right, if you know basic coding, let's move on. In stage two, you need to know and learn algorithm. The way I did it, after a lot of searching, looking around, I started listening and watching MIT algorithm course. They have both the video and the notes on the website. Check out the description. I'm gonna put the link in the description. I'm not suggesting you to take the course very seriously and do all the homeworks. If you do, good for you. That's awesome. But what I did and what I would like for you to do is basically to go over and see what are the algorithms they talk about, what are the data structures they talk about, and try to get a very high level idea of what exactly they are and how they're being used. That's all you need at this stage. All right, so far so good. Before diving into the third stage, I'd like to remind you that in a separate video in the future, probably in 2 3 weeks, I'll talk about what exact data structures and what exact algorithms you need to know. You don't need to know everything, obviously. All you need to know is the stuff that are being asked in an interview. So stay tuned for that. Stage three is practice, practice, practice. That's all you need. Sign up for LitCode. LitCode is a website, litcode.com. I'll put a link in the description. And start practicing. They have interview questions from different companies. They have a premium subscription. If you like to do that, go ahead for it. And in a free version, you have a bunch of questions. You don't need to go for a premium, at least in a starting stage. Try and practice a lot of easy problems. I would suggest start with easy problems. Go for 30 to 50 easy problems. Try to digest solution, dissect solutions, and try to see what data structure better works for each solution. A note for easy problem, if you know coding, if you've done coding before, probably you can solve easy problems with a bunch of for loops, a bunch of while loops, and a bunch of if statements. But the whole idea is that since you can solve the problem on your own, you should go and check out the solution tab and come up with the solution, or go read through if you can't come up with of an efficient solution, compare it with what you've already developed yourself without looking at the solution tab. And you can see how much more efficient the solution tab solution are in comparison to your initial solution. And you can see what data structure is being used, and you can see what algorithms is being used. And then over time, it gets into you, it goes into your mind. And then once you see a problem, it reminds you of a specific data structure or a specific algorithms, and then it basically flows naturally. So I would suggest start with easy problem, solve 30 to 50, and then go focus on the medium problem. 80 to 100 medium problems I would suggest, because medium problems are the one you can actually get to use those algorithm and data structure knowledge. And if you don't use them sometimes, you're not gonna able to pass all the test cases. And I think medium problems are the one that you should actually focus on and try to basically improve your coding skills. And finally, hard problems, just do it for fun if you got some time at the end. Not a lot of companies ask hard problems, and I believe after a while, when you practice a lot of medium problems, you should be able to solve some of the, like most of the hard problems, I assume. Because hard problems are not like, sometimes they need innovation per se, but most of the time you can just solve them. They're similar to medium, sometimes even easier than medium problem. So don't be afraid by the hard quote unquote tag. So that's all. Basically, this is a very high level idea of how you should start and continue practice coding. And along the way, you find that sometimes you need more information. You need to learn more about something to somehow understand it in more depth. And just go Google and try to come up with a better solution. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions. Have fun coding.